By exploring the hypothesis that all psychiatric disorders are disorders of the self, we can avoid approaches to psychiatric classifications that insist on exclusive taxonomies of either natural kinds or social constructs. We can opt instead for what Peter Zakar calls practical kinds. A practical kind model emphasizes relational criteria and the fact that psychiatric disorders tend to be multifactorial. To the extent that we think of such disorders as self-disorders, each individual case of a particular disorder may show different patterns of dynamical relations among the various factors that constitute a particular self. This is because different factors may involve different weights in different individuals, which can be measured in a dynamical analysis. For example, anorexia will present differently in a disciplined person with high degrees of self-control than in an impulsive individual. Variations in the amount of social support or different cultural contexts may determine how a disorder develops. But we can still expect to see typical patterns of practical kinds associated with different disorders. Schizophrenia, for example, may affect multiple aspects of experience, cognition, mood, and agency in somewhat typical ways, while panic disorder will be more aspect-limited in its impact. A set of recent studies shows that disorders such as anorexia, schizophrenia, and autism can also involve changes in self-recognition and self-other differentiation, and that, in the case of anorexia, different body postures, positions, may affect such recognition processes. More generally, as Sass et al. Suggest in regard to characterizing the elusive aspects of changes in psychopathology, mutations of worldly experience, like mutations of ipseity or basic self-experience, typically have an overall or holistic character that defies ready operationalization into distinct features or factors. Sass's biophenosocial model attempts to capture the multifactorial complexity of such disturbances. Thus, alterations at the level of the lived body have profound implications for both interpersonal and intersubjective dimensions of existence, and in schizophrenia, environmental, social stressors, including childhood trauma and abuse, social defeat, and cultural dislocation, alienation, may play some pathogenetic role.